Good morrow, my name is Abel Shakespeare, and welcome to Crash's Course World History. Today we'll be discussing arguably the most influential writer in world history, William Shakespeare. But in all seriousness, Shakespeare is a crucial part of our history. His life works inspired generations, and there are movies being made today, centuries later, based on his original plays. Side note, is our cinematography so dead in this country that we're forced to go back and recreate Romeo and Juliet for the 100th time? I thought this is America. I mean, no offense, Shakespeare, but seriously? We all know the famous lines of Shakespeare.
Romeo, Romeo, where art thou, Romeo?
Juliet stabs herself. Tamora dies of indigestion. Iris drops dead. Aaron is buried to his neck and starves.
I'm so hungry.
In Romeo and Juliet, Mercutio is stabbed. Tybalt is Inobaris dies of shame.
Shucks. I'm so ashamed.
Polonius is stabbed through a curtain. Romeo poisons himself. Oh man. Timon of Athens throws himself away. Hamlet is stabbed and poisoned.
To be or not to be? That is the question. Why are you hitting me so hard?
But who is the famous creator of these lines imprinted into our brains? Shakespeare was born on April 23rd, 1564 in an eastern London district known as Stratford. His father was a leather worker and slowly gained popularity in the local offices of the town, and eventually he became the town's mayor. Because Shakespeare's father was a known official, he went to a private grammar school in Stratford and studied Latin. This included works of writing, memorization, as well as acting in Latin plays up until he was 15. After leaving school around 1582, he married Anne Hathaway. No, sadly not Catwoman. They had twins, Judith and Hamnet, in 1585, and Shakespeare moved to central London and began working in theatre. Not much is known in between his transition of being married and going to London. He became successful in the theatre department and prospered financially, and eventually bought the second largest house in London. One of his last plays that he worked on was The Two Noble Kingsmen. He then died on his traditional birthday of April 23rd in 1616. What's that? It's time for the open letter. An open letter to cannibalism. But first, let's see what's in the secret compartment today. Oh look, a pie! Wait, Marley, this isn't like the pie from Shakespeare's Trius Andronicus where he bakes the two boys into a pie and makes their mother eat it, is it? Oh, okay, good. Dear cannibalists, your disgusting flesh fetish is portrayed as a humorous, enticing element to captivate viewers in the media, and I've had enough. Eating people is disgusting. Sure, it may seem like the only option in a desperate situation, or make a really killer performance about Hollywood superstar Shia LaBeouf. Marley, no! But eating people or forcing people to eat their own kin is gross. Maybe try a salad or some broccoli once in a while. Best wishes, Abel Shackelford. So why is Shakespeare so significant? I mean, how often do we sit around in English class reading super old books written centuries ago? Oh wait, that's all the time.
The success of Shakespeare's works helped set the precedent for the evolution of modern dramas and plays. He is also credited with being one of the first writers to use any modern prose in his writings. In fact, the growth and popularity of prose in Shakespeare's time is clearly shown as he used prose progressively more throughout his career.
But the question remains, how influential was he really? I mean, if he only influenced writing, then how important can he be to world history? Well, let's go to the thought bubble.
Shakespeare's writing introduced words to the English language that to us seem very common, but were in fact coined by Shakespeare himself, including everyday words like bandit, bedroom, zany, and buzzer. Shakespeare also allegedly inspired the assassination of President Abraham Lincoln in 1865. There are many correlations between Lincoln's infamous assassination and the murder of Julius Caesar from Shakespeare's well-known play Julius Caesar. John Wilkes Booth had been part of a local production of Julius Caesar just before the assassination happened. Shakespeare's works are said to have inspired Booth to kill the president. Another obvious element of Shakespeare's influence is the way we use his works today in our education system. English classes around the world use his plays to showcase his literary genius and to inspire students. His plays are performed all across the globe, and there are numerous Shakespeare festivals held annually in his honor. Talk about a legacy to live up to.
Thanks for watching. I'm Abel Shackelford, and this has been Crash Course World History. Tune in next time for an in-depth look why Shia LaBeouf went into the cannibalism scene. This actually doesn't taste good at all. This is nasty.
Like that. Okay, who's next?
What's that? It's time for the open letter? An open letter to cannibalism.
Wait, can we see him?
What's that? An open letter to cannibalism? No. Precious time. Precious time. An open letter to cannibalism. Between his transition of being married and going to London, he became successful in the theater department and prospered financially, and eventually bought this. Mom!
You're so bad at reading.
I can't stop thinking about dogs. But who is the famous? Stop, Sylvan.
I didn't do anything.
Yes, you did.
What did I do? Tell me exactly what I did.
Our cinematography is so dead in this country that we're forced to go back and
Sylvan, get out!
so dead in this country that we're forced to go back and recreate Romeo and Juliet for the 100th time.
He said Jeromeo.
But in all seriousness,
Jeez.
turn. This is so hard. I'm trying to.
Abel, are you crying right now?
Yes. I can't stop laughing. Oh my god, why am I like this? But in all seriousness, you're the worst!